Kicking Podcast. And as always, this is your host, Ones. And as always, this is your host, Ones.
Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? This is the Really Kick It Podcast, episode number 22, and as always, this is your host, Ones, and I am back with the topics, man. I just want to start this off by saying, man, the summertime is here, man, and already, man, we on high alert. It's a lot of death, it's a lot of crime, it's a lot of things going on in the city. We on the verge of having our first championship for the New York Knicks since, 79, and the city is going crazy, man. They assaulting police, they assaulting Spurs fans, they hit Wemby in the head with an egg, like it's going crazy, man. And in the midst of that, man, there's a story that I want to talk about. A 41-year-old man was shot on a NYC MTA bus for telling a younger black man to be quiet on the phone, right? The man was on the phone, and he was disturbing everybody on the bus. If you ever been on an NYC bus, you know it's tight, it's confined. A lot of people use it, mostly old people, but there's a lot of kids mixed in because, you know, it's cheaper to get around that way. So that's usually the mix. This man was most likely coming from work, going somewhere, just going through his regular day, man. Needed the bus to get from A to B, and he happened to be on the bus with a young boy who had a pistol on him and nothing else. He ain't had nothing to live for because now he threw his life away. Shot this man, I think it was 5 times. I just say multiple times because a man told him to be quiet on the bus. The things you could lose your life for are changing out here drastically. Because in my, not I don't like to say in my day, man, because it made me real old. But back in my day, man, we would stay away from civilians. If you put in work on a civilian, you was a sucker. You would probably end up the butt of the joke at the end of that. Because now I'm on you because you on some sucker shit. You could go set it off. If you ain't got nothing to do with your life, man, it's everybody saying F the police. I'm not saying go do nothing to police, but if you want to throw your life away, go throw your life away on somebody who gonna make sure you throw your life away. That man didn't deserve that, man. That could be anybody. That could be anybody's father. That could be anybody's son, uncle, friend, period, man. It's a lot of people that were hurt just by the randomness of that killing. And this is why, in a way, you have to be conscious of your environment at all times. Because I know in his heart, he probably felt that noise level was irritating the people on the bus. Probably some women that were scared to say something to him. So he was just, like, disturbing everybody, and the man wanted to say something. I can almost guarantee that's how that happened because that's how it usually happens when you step in for somebody else. You see somebody else bothered. He probably wasn't even bothered. But it was probably an old lady who just gave him a side eye or something to that extent, and it motivated him to say something to check this kid, and the kid was above reproach, and he chose to kill a man instead of getting off the bus or piping down. That's what he chose. This summer, we got to be safe, man. Keep your eyes open, man. I don't want to say don't help nobody or stay to yourself or nothing like that, because sometimes people need intervention. Intervention changes things sometimes, but sometimes that intervention could turn negative for you, man. That intervention could turn negative for you, man. Like, that story hit me because that could be anybody. I don't know his background, if he was a street dude or none of that, but he wasn't in that moment. He was just a man on the bus that was trying to tell a younger man, like, give him some game, basically how I look at it. You in a shared space. Like me, personally, I hate them niggas. When I was on the train all the time, I hate the nigga who get on the train with a boom box. If you ain't got no headphones, you ain't supposed to be listening to no goddamn music. That's just how I feel. I don't want to hear your phone. I don't want to hear your boom box. None of that shit if we in a public space. That's just how I felt. So I probably would have told a nigga to pipe it down too and been clapped too. Man, you got to keep your head on a swivel, man. You never know what these kids are going through. You never know their mental state. So engaging them, man, you got to pick and choose. You got to choose. You got to read the play, man, because this niggas be outside with nothing but a gun on them. Nothing but a gun. No money, no nothing, man. He wasn't in the cab. He wasn't in his own car. He was on a bus with a gun because he ain't got nothing but that gun. And they'll catch him soon, man, because you shot him in front of a bunch of witnesses that was on the bus with you, probably irritated, looking at you, giving you dirty looks, taking in your whole face, logging it in. So when police ask, they looking for a sketch. That sketch came together fast. Now it's a waiting game with a nigga who ain't got nothing. You ain't got enough money to run. You ain't got enough money to survive because they're going to be chasing you for the rest of your life because there's no statute of limitation. So that means you ain't going to get no job. You ain't going to do a multitude of things because you got to lay low because 2 seconds of your life ruined it. Because you couldn't take a talking to from an older man that was trying to tell you to course correct in real time. It's crazy, man, but you got to pay attention, man. You got to pay attention to everything. Be safe. It's a lot going on. This is New York City. We got a lot going on. Cookouts. We got block parties. We got all type of events where people are going to be congregating, and there's going to be a lot of people on top of each other. If that's not your vibe or you got ops everywhere, stay your ass in the house, man. People are trying to come out and enjoy the city in peace. Even with the Knicks thing, nobody wants to see y'all tearing up cars. A lot of these people ain't even Knicks fans. They just looking for reasons to join in the chaos and make calamity for, I don't even get what it is. I don't even get the reason. Like, that's cool. Like, we can enjoy that the Knicks is about to win in a way like the Puerto Rican Day Parade, like every other thing. It could be orderly. It could be done. We could overdo it. Everybody could come out. Everybody buy the jersey. Everybody take part. But there does not need to be a criminal aspect to that because that's only going to limit the celebration that we can have. Because they're going to crack down. They're going to start putting things in place to limit it. I've seen it with the Labor Day parades. Juve used to be just us out there, no police, no nothing. Now they basically telling you where you can go, where you can't party, all that. We did that to ourselves. Why? Because niggas was still shooting niggas. You come across somebody, instead of making a move and getting away from everybody, you just shooting into the crowd and people getting hit. I think it was a senator or something like that. They got killed. Like, we do it to ourselves in a lot of ways, man. We don't need that aspect. All you niggas who want to kill each other, don't stay in the hood all year, and then when everybody else want to enjoy the city, you start coming out to enjoy the city. No, you and your ops go kill each other because now y'all the only nigga in the hood. It should be easy to find each other. And again, I don't want you to die, but if you want to die, go die, brother. Because there's a lot of people out there trying to live. Just trying to enjoy this life. It's already hard enough. The government is trying to whoop our ass. We trying to whoop our, like, everybody is against us, and we just looking for these rays of sunshine that come mostly in the summer. The summer is here. Let the sun shine, man. No dark clouds. No crying. No ambulance calling for nothing that it's not needed for. I got with my brother today, man. As soon as I got with him, June 20th, we going to this. And I got something else that I was about to show him on June 20th. So you know what that means? We outside. The goal is to go outside, get drunk, have a lot of fun, and get back to the crib to get back to what we got to do, man. I hope everybody is on the same vibe. Next thing I want to get into, man. Why they mad at Boosie for saying he don't want transsexuals at his house, man? Like, this ain't a party he's throwing at Madison Square Garden, at the Superdome in New Orleans. It's none of those. So his house rules are his house rules. If I don't want to party with you, I don't have to. It's a topless birthday party, right? It's a topless birthday party. He already letting you know the vibes. I like women with them yitties. That's what I want to see. I don't want a dude with no yitties to slip in and have his too long cock up under nothing and I don't know, or one of my homeboys get drunk, because you know how it is when you get drunk. You get drunk and it's looking right and it's present. Listen, slide with me in this room. Now you cross that line because I ain't know what it was and you didn't tell me what it was because you wasn't supposed to be here. So I'm not even thinking about you being here. So I'm just moving like as if you were a female. You crossed the line and now I got to go to jail for the rest of my life because you know what got to happen. So I don't even understand why that community would be trying to force their way into this situation. I don't even understand how it's an argument. If you want me to take off my shoes, if the standard is I got to take off my shoes when I come to your crib, guess what? It's either take your fucking shoes off or don't come to the crib. This ain't nothing to argue about, but they keep arguing with Boosie because they're trying to prod him into saying things that's going to get him canceled, and I think that's whack. It's like you trying to put him you're trying to trick him off his square. This is a man who provides for a lot of people. Yeah, I know he may have whatever with him and everything. It ain't no perfect man, basically. But this is a man who raised his children. No matter what his views are, you see he raised his children there around you. He got all his land. He built houses for him. He built the house for his mom's on his land. He doing great things, and they're trying to put him in a trick bag. I even go even further. Boosie and Charleston White have a problem with each other. Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out tried to book them on the same show. Now, see, this is the part where you playing with a nigga freedom. Boosie has let it be known, I don't like Charleston White. He done said things that I think ain't no coming back from. I don't know that man, so we ain't got no problems, but we ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got no kicking. He done said this thing on Vlad, and he ain't been on Vlad in a minute. I'm sure that Nick Cannon and them know that, but they're thinking about the TV part of it. You're not thinking about my actual life. If Boosie is who he say he is and you get him in that moment and he do something to harm Charleston White, you put him in a position to do so because you know how he felt about Charleston White. And I know you know how he felt about Charleston White because the whole internet know how he felt about Charleston White. So there's no way you couldn't. So in both of these ways, these are examples of how niggas try to trick you off your square. They know what your buttons are. They know what your buttons are, and they're trying to get entertainment out of it. Because we saw a whole text message that was associated with Boosie saying trans people can't come to his party. Somebody asked him that. Most likely somebody trans, and Boosie said, nah, that's not a go, and they leaked it. They leaked it. They brought it to the world. It was only 2 lines. It wasn't even like it was a long back and forth. But they tried to make it a big thing for what? You forcing yourself into his world, into his house? Listen, man, I'm not anti-nobody, but I'm going to tell the truth when I got to tell the truth, man. It seems like transsexual people don't make it into the news for nothing that's productive, man. Real shit. It's just you trying to out somebody or you trying to force your way in somebody. Like, I 100% don't got no problem. If you listen to my first episodes, man, I grew up around a lot of gay men. My sister had gay friends around. I ain't got no problem with none of that. But I'm also saying I don't believe in preferential treatment for nobody, man. Not for black people, not for white people. I'm real on some equality shit, man. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're a bad person, you're a bad person. But they keep showing up. Their representation keep being the bad people that keep making the news for the wrong reasons. That's something to be thought about when they out there just moving around. I remember the girl. Listen, Sydney Starr, a trans woman, took a picture with Chingy when Chingy was at the height of his career. Put a caption under that, and it went viral. Chingy lost his career. That damn near blew Chingy out of here. Nobody wanted to hear from Chingy because Chingy was affiliated with Sydney Starr and the sexual relationship. Sydney Starr later on said, I didn't do nothing with Chingy. It was a lie. I was just doing it to get clicks and get hot. Sydney Starr ended up on Love and Hip Hop, and Chingy ain't got a career no more. Like, that's off on the tangent, but that's you got to understand how you're seen, how you present. And if all the people keep doing the same thing, that's how the community is going to be represented. So to change what you see in the community, you're going to have to address your own community and be like, listen, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing this. Just as black men got to do it to black men, black sisters got to do it to younger black women. You have to, no matter what community it is, man, we can't let the bottom be seen as the collective. Black people are on the monolith. The community, the letter community is not a monolith. We are all not the same. We need to keep that in mind. We need to keep that in mind. Because Boosie ain't letting up. He's still making videos and telling his why, and they done got him cursing, and they got him. And he got a gay daughter. So what he's saying, he's picking his words like, yo, live your life, just not over here. And that's what we all acting in a way, right? Why we talk about racists? Because they try to infringe from where they're at. They try to infringe on the way we live elsewhere. That's why racism is a problem. Because you're too concentrated on what the hell I got going on. You're too focused on me. Go create your own. Go do your own. I don't care about when I seen a story about white people creating their own little town. We already have that. That's basically the suburbs. That's what redlining was created for. And we when black people had our in Philadelphia and Oklahoma and Seneca Village, they dropped bombs on us. Like, man, we just trying to live, man. We just trying to live, man. They trying to take us back in time, man. We trying to get to the future. But a part again in the future, don't let nobody trick you off your bag, man. Don't make nobody live a life or accept nothing that you won't accept in your life. That's where we at. That's where we living. You do the hiring and firing. Your life is your business. Literally, you do the hiring and firing. You could test them, give them progress reports, take mental notes, do whatever you need to do, but assess what's going on in your life. And you don't have to let nothing in your life that you don't want in your life. Is all I'm saying, man. Is all I'm saying. What else I got? I got another one. This one going on forever, man. I'm one of them black people, like, I think OJ did it. Let's start with that. OJ did that shit. Everything about OJ did that shit. I was alive when the OJ trial was going on, and it was all over. Like, every channel was the OJ channel. We used to cut school and watch Maury. OJ fucked that up. Like, you had to watch him. I watched The Glove Don't Fit. When the glove don't fit, you must have quit. I watched that in real time. He could have pulled that goddamn glove down. I seen it all, right? He did that shit. But I say that to say, Mike did that shit too, man. Michael Jackson did that shit. It's a documentary, right? When I'm in the house, a lot of the time I watch like documentaries and things of that nature, like with nature shit. I just all type of shit like that, right? But I heard about this documentary on Michael Jackson. I said, let me watch that. I already believe what I believe, but let me see if I'm wrong or is there any new information. That shit made me think he did it more. At the end of it, he gets off. Yeah, we already know he beat the case. He got acquitted and all that. But I'll get to why I believe that. But I'm going to tell you why I believe he did that shit. Mike was married to 2 different women, and his staff got on the stand and said they never seen his wives go to his room. Like, what we talking about here, man? There's a term, right? There's a term amongst the gays. It's called a beard. That's when you get a woman, you marry her, you even might have kids, all to mask the fact that you're a gay man. That nigga had 2 beards, man. That nigga had 2 beards, man. It's no way in the world all them people who work at Neverland Ranch never seen your wives go to the boom boom room. But you got an endless procession of little boys going up there that you begging. This nigga told a little boy on TV talking to Martin Bashir, said, Mike asked me, he said, if you love me, you'll sleep with me. On TV, They let that go, and they thought that was cool. Mike paid $25 million to settle one of these cases. One of the cases, this nigga was living with the family, paying the mother. You know, it was a mother. It wasn't no dad. This nigga was sleeping in a twin-size bed in a regular crib with her son, and she's in the room, and it's cool because he's Michael Jackson. We let fame take us way away from where the fuck we supposed to be. Like, we would look away from, it's nobody in the planet who would let Michael Jackson come over and sleep with their kid if Mike ain't got no money. So where all the people saying he didn't do it and it was a money run, well, he provided the landing strip for that money run. They were supposed to do it. Why are you sleeping with these boys? It's no reason. Yo, watching that shit when they was talking about the Jesus juice and him jerking the boy off and all that, and I'm looking at Mike, I'm like, this is him. This seemed like some shit he would do. Just looking at him, he looked creepy, and he don't even got a problem like you begging parents to sleep with their kids, and all of them benefited financially. Everybody benefited financially, which led me to believe that that's just the way of the world at this point, because R. Kelly the same shit. People will bring R. Kelly, got a plug to R. Kelly somehow. Oh, my daughter could sing. She want to sing. Leave your daughter with R. Kelly for weeks and months, and they just in the studio, and she's underage when you know the allegations? You know about him and Aaliyah. That had already happened before all that other shit that ended up on the documentary. We living in a moralist place, man. It's getting there. It's getting there. Fandom is better than looking at people as they are. We confuse the two. A lot of the times, like, I seen R&B artists ask, who's the king of R&B? And Tyrese was like, there's nobody but R. Kelly. That's a fact. If we're talking about his talent, that's a fact. But on the other side, you can't say I want new music. I don't feel like it's appropriate to say I want new music knowing what we know. I feel that we should be able to rock with the old music before we knew everything. It is what it is. We grew up with it. It's already ingested. We already done made. Dudes my age, we used to make mixtapes to get pussy to it. You know what I'm saying? We used to do shit like that. Chick come over in the morning, you press play on number 1 and it's TP2. And, like, y'all don't know. That was a vibe. That was a time. But we know what we know. So Robert Kelly got to get the fuck out of here. I don't want no new music. I don't want him to benefit from if he come home, tell his story. I don't want no document. I'm not watching nothing that's going to put no money in his pocket. But at the same time, we can't say the history ain't what it is. He's the guy. He's number one. He's on top of he wrote, he produced, he did it for himself, he did it for other people. A lot of careers. He brought Ron Osley and them back. He brought Charlie Wilson back. Like, he did this. But we're at a point where we need to separate the art from these sleaze bag niggas, man. Because if we only overlooking the foul shit they do, it's because of money at that point. And if we're saying that about them, there's a lot of foul white men that are being way worse than him that we going to have to shut the fuck up about. Because morally, you can't be mad at one and ain't mad at the other. A nasty man is a nasty man, man. Mike was a nasty man. There's no reason to have these kids around you. There's no reason he paid off 5 people to go away that made these same claims. One of these kids, and I had forgot that, one of the kids told them how Mike's body looked, how Mike's penis looked. And they got a subpoena, a court-ordered subpoena to be able to go and tell Mike to strip down and get him naked. And you know what they found? That he had all the markings that child that should have never have seen Michael Jackson's body down to That means you wasn't in underwear, you wasn't in a robe, you wasn't in nothing if he could see your dick to the point where he's telling the jury what you got on your penis. But fandom, when you look at the documentary and they talk to some of the jurors, you're gonna see they're super fans. Just being in the room with him. One of the jurors said when he walked in, I said he's real. Like, she couldn't even believe it. Like, this thing was mythical. It's no way she was going to go the other way on Michael Jackson. Then you got his brother. This is why I say the money is about fuck shit. These niggas don't know nothing, but they got behind Mike because Mike told the family, once we done with this, we go out on tour. We cut another album. So what you see in the documentary, Jermaine, yo, my brother ain't do nothing. I know he ain't did nothing. Also, we need to start talking about this tour. What was that tour? This Is It. Come on, man. Come on, man. The money is a motherfucker, man. That's why they say the money is the root. Like, people without it would say, that's just what broke niggas say. Now, money is the root. There was a saying that it's always broke niggas who start the fights and all that. If you look at the internet today, you got 50 Cent and Rick Ross and all these dudes with these sprawling estates. They beefing with somebody. They got more problems than anybody. I don't got the problem. I ain't beefing with nobody. I ain't claiming no enemies, none of that. These niggas wake up and all of them got problems. They either got problems with the IRS or problems with another rapper or problems over a girl. Let's talk about that, man. 50 Cent trying to act like he ain't hurt. Daphne Joy out here, man, she was blowing the flute. I seen a clip, and then I seen the whole joint. They got a 40-minute. Come on, man. It's crazy out here. I seen 50 sit down. He talking about it, and called her all types of hoes. My name, you had a kid with her. You was in love at some point, I would say, because there's a space between his first kid and his second kid with Daphne Joy. So I know there's a reason you picked Daphne Joy to have your kid. And there had to be some love, some interest, something. And you trying to act like it was nothing the whole time. You're hurt. You out there vibing the Sauce Walker song, talking about this, the song of the summer, the baby mama drama. Sauce Walker hurt too. This nigga was caught on the phone. I killed Drake and all this. You obsessed with the man behind the curtain. And I've been through something like that. I want to interject a story real quick. I was dealing with this girl, and her man was locked up. This nigga find out we dealing with each other. He called. I'm sitting right there. She on speakerphone with him. So he just going off. He talking shit, yada, yada, yada. He going crazy. Yo, this nigga this, and then when I catch that nigga die, all this other shit. She said he right here. The nigga hung up. A week later, she had a letter from the nigga talking about, yo, now I can't go to Fort Greene because this nigga. Me and this nigga never had no beef, no nothing. You just trying to be a bad man to your baby moms. And once you find out you don't got the drop and I heard you, now your whole life is disrupted. I can't go to Fort Greene. I'm still not thinking about you. It's how I thought about it, but I know that move. Don't act like you not hurt, boy. You want the girl back. But she's sitting in somebody's lap. You on the phone. I'm not telling nobody I'm sending goons to shoot no man over no girl. It's not happening, man. You're hurt. That's what's going on. Because if you was the P, and this is a nigga who took that pimp shit. You pimping, but you can't move on because you wasn't been on her line for nothing. Now she ugly. She everything in the song. Everything bad, but you got a kid with her because you hurt. Niggas just can't say they hurt, man. You can't heal unless you say you hurt. You ain't even acknowledge the wound. You don't even know why you feel what you feel because you ain't even dealing with the emotion in the moment. You just being erratic because something ain't go your way. Like a woman. That's not pimping. That's not no pimp shit. That's some sucker shit. To talk about getting a man car sprayed up because he got your woman. All this shit, man. I be telling my young boys, man, pick a girl that like you, man. Pick a girl that like you. Because what's going on right now is he took something that was nothing, turned it into something, and you got her addicted to money. Money is what gets her juices flowing. Guess what? Drake got a lot more money. That's why she over there with him, and he got more money than you, so I moved on from, thank you for putting me on the first step, now I'm on the fifth step. Now that she ain't dealing with none of them, somebody else gonna come in and do the same thing. That's all you doing. If you get her addicted to money, guess what? She's never going to like you for real because it's always a nigga with more money. Let's talk about smoke and mirrors real quick, man. When Iceman dropped, there was a Rick Ross diss, right? Rick Ross, the day before it dropped, he was, brother, I wanted to be peace. I want you to be successful and all that. He dissed him, said the shit is whack, all this other shit. Rick Ross just had to push his album back. Also, Rick Ross just got caught riding, what is it, commercial? That happened. These are the smoke and mirrors, man. These are the smoke and mirrors. It's all about the money until you start talking to somebody about money. Drake was just clowning this nigga about that, and then now he's and the picture is viral. Now your album is pushed back. He just had another concert that he was having problems selling tickets, a small venue. Now, I'm saying this not because I don't like Rick Ross. I listen to Rick Ross a lot. I got a lot of his music on my playlist. It's like inspirational music, damn near. Like, the heavy drug shit is there, but he got more of a luxury to his music. He rapping and it make you feel like you in the mansion. So I like that about him. But it's a lot of bullshit with him, the person, William the person. They asked him where he got his name from. Was he inspired by the real Ricky Ross? No, I was inspired by the real Ricky Ross. You're lying, my name, because you mentioned him early on, and you met with him when he came home from jail. Why would you do all that if there was no connection between the name? Smoke and mirrors, man. I'm saying all that to say don't believe none of these niggas, man. Believe your eyes at all times. If that story don't add up to your eyes, it don't add up. Don't let a nigga tell you nothing other than what you can see or what can be explained. And you could explain that shit just by looking, because the things that these people are saying ain't adding up. If you tell me somebody's album is trash and you dropping an album, that shit better be a Scud missile when it land. And I know from your two singles, them shits with Max B, it's not a Scud missile. It's not. And if you want to, you could compare that with any other artist that's out right now. I'm looking at the plays on some of these dudes' videos. It's like they new artists again. Music is in a bad place, man. The only thing that injected something in the past was Kendrick before that of sensationalism, and everybody wanted to see what Drake was going to do, how he was going to respond to the moment. And that's where we're going to end this. Jay-Z versus Drake. Jay-Z had a bunch of interviews talking about we don't need the battle. That doesn't need to be a part of the culture no more because it goes elsewhere, all this shit. He said that. Then he said you should be telling your story, what you're going through when you're in the booth and all that shit right there, right? Drake did that on Iceman. Like they say, I don't want to hear him dissing. That's where he's at. That's where he's been living. You get on the internet, they calling him a pedo. That's been a part of his life. All the narrative has been on him. He can't run from it. So this is what he's been dealing with, his friendships, people I thought were friends and all that. These are the things he's going through, and these are the things that he's rapping about. And people are saying, oh, he's soft for rapping about these things. This is what I'm going through. But you rather listen to a bunch of niggas that don't got no money talk about money. On the album, he said, I'm out here moving around like the goalpost. That's profound because no matter what accomplishment he makes, they move the goalpost. I've been a Jay-Z fan. Lyrically, I believe Jay-Z is better than a lot of niggas because of his ability to use the English language. The similes, the metaphors, all of that. I think he's one of the greatest. But the reason I like him is the reason I like Drake, the braggadocious shit. Them as people, I'm not that caught up in that. That ain't my thing. Like, personally, I see things I don't like, but that's y'all. I never be around these niggas, so that don't matter as much as what I think of their art. I think they're both great. I think Drake is the best artist ever, though. There has been no cold spots in his career to me. Even when I didn't like what he was doing, I still had to understand that he was putting out shit for me. Me and my bro just talked about this. Jay had cold spots in his career. When Jay's contemporaries were stomping around, you had Mace selling albums. You had DMX selling albums. There were other artists out, Jay-Z. Biggie was selling albums. Nas was selling albums. You had people who were doing. We never seen a Drake before. The success, the numbers, the money. This nigga ain't really got a whole bunch outside of rap and still made a B. Like, we could salute these things without, I don't care about what he's doing as a person. I think the girls he like is corny. I think the clothes he wears corny. I think his hairstyles with I think all that's corny. But I cannot say that he's not the most successful artist for a good reason. He got the slaps. You go to the clubs, you're gonna hear him. You go out of the country, he's so relatable to everybody. Cam just said Drake had the top 40 was his. The whole top 40. At some point, you gotta, even if you don't like these people, acknowledge success. I didn't give a damn about Tyler Perry when Tyler Perry first put on a dress and I first found out who he is. But where Tyler Perry is right now, I salute him every time I see him because he's done what nobody was able to do. I can't hate that success. He's built something. He's employed so many people, and as I know of, ain't had to step on nobody to do it. His success is organic. He went from sleeping in his car, writing plays, to finding a way to get those plays in front of people. He grinded. He made DVDs of his own shit. He controlled it from the ground up. These are examples of people you want to be like. These ain't people you looking at and be like, oh, I don't like the way he did Bennett, or he stepped on somebody over there, or he had to. Some people want to do business like that. Some people is just innately like that. That's called being cutthroat. Me, what I'm talking about is I acknowledge people who are doing the business, doing the work, and are successful because of it. This is the same reason I like LeBron James. Nobody is done what that man is doing. But people hate on him, but like Paul George and all these other people that he stopped from getting rings. They have podcasts. It ain't even like we got to, it's arguable. No, they say the only reason they don't have rings is LeBron James. So we have to acknowledge that LeBron James was at the top of the mountain. That's it. Oh, I don't like the way he played ball. You got SGA getting a foul every time he get touched like James Harden. People still love those guys. They hate success, man. They hate success. So when you hear me talk about a Drake, or when you hear me talk about, I'm never putting no more chip on they dip. I hate that LeBron brought his son to the team and got him $7 million guaranteed when I think they had a. So I have problems with these niggas. But the overall work is not to be argued, man. Jay-Z versus Drake happened already. They shot jabs back and forth, and they ended up. I think Drake been on more Jay-Z albums than any one of these other niggas. He definitely worked with him more than Cole. He got at least 5 songs on his albums, and at least 3 on Jay albums. So that means on some level you fuck with this kid. So to now be, oh, you ain't even on my level, so why you got Meek around you? Meek been asking for a fucking verse for how long? But somehow you keep finding your way to Drake. Drake is even written for Beyonce. So when you say beef should go and then you come back with beef, you kind of take away the leader of the culture shit. I'm just saying, you kind of. So many people take shots at Ho. Skino been taking shots at Ho. So many people, DeHaven, so many people who know him intimately took shots. A nigga say, yo, I'll take the money instead of a conversation with you, and you get on it. Now you got to diss me? When you can Google this, Jay-Z himself said he would take the money. So what are you mad at when Drake said it? Success. You have to beef with a nigga like Drake. Just like when, what's the dude? Joey Badass. when he dissed Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar didn't respond. A bunch of other niggas that Joey Badass don't care about responded. Why? Because he felt he better than that. So it ain't a Coach Rue thing. I'm going where I could get that stimulus package. People are going to tune into anybody dissing Drake, anybody talking about Drake. It's the same thing over and over. And he's still successful and don't got to come sit down with none of you niggas. Why? Because I know people are going to press the button when I put the product out. Listen, man. I just want good music. I don't ever think Jay-Z and Drake is going to have a real beef that's going to turn into nothing. It's going to be lyrically back and forth if it happens at all. I want it to happen, though, because I want niggas to see how good my boy is, man. I love Jay. But I didn't think the freestyle was that dope. I didn't. I thought the illest part of it, lyrically, was the shit about Nicki. Your can't even pick up the kid. With the pauses, how he broke it up like he was stuttering. I said that shit was fucking phenomenal. Because her brother is a pedo. Her baby father is a pedo. So your can't even pick up the fire. I'm never gonna be a hater, man. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna give it due. Whenever the credit is due, you're gonna get your credit. But I'm just not wrapped up into it the way everybody is wrapped up into it. I ain't got the fandom. Fan is short for fanatic. Always remember that, man. So when you say you a fan of these people, that's what you saying, man. I'm fanatical about them. Like, niggas' birthdays matter, their kids matter, all that. I'm not that guy. That little carrot top looking nigga sitting next to Drake, like, that shit look crazy to me, man. That little boy look like carrot top. Every time I see him with that little fro out, like, who the fuck you had kids with? Then I remember a crazy looking white girl. That's what all these niggas is beefing about. Crazy looking shape, funny face, white women. That's all this shit is about, man. That's what these rappers is beefing about. They get all this money and they go beef about hitting the same chicks. All of it's corny. But with that said, man, I just wanted to pop in and talk about some things that I seen this week and say the summer is here. Be safe, have fun, and I'm gonna try to get outside. Like, when I go outside, I just be having too much fun, man. I end up drunk the next day and fucked up with no pictures in my phone, man. I'm gonna start trying to go outside and take more pictures and more videos of things I be doing, because everything is content. Everybody keep telling me that, like, hey, you could be shooting this, and I'm just dancing and shit, you know what I'm saying, winding up. And, I'm trying to have my fun and be like, you right, man. I am a part-time content creator. So we're going to try to make that full-time and show y'all a couple of the things we do throughout the summer. And peace, man. Everybody have fun. Keep your head on the swivel. If you could, ladies, if you could pay for your own bottles, pay for your own bottles. That way you ain't got to sit around on niggas that's getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give you some game, because that's usually why y'all end up in the way, because y'all don't pay for your own bottles. Y'all want to go sit up under the niggas with the ops. Don't do it this summer. And, man, listen, man, if that shit ain't worth dying over, man, apologize. Because I don't even know what to do to kill some of this beef no more, because I don't even know what it's for. Before, niggas used to be trying to get money and you can't sell over here. A lot of the violence I knew growing up was about money somehow, some way. It ain't about that no more, so I don't know how to quell that. But what I can say is, man, stay alive, young man. Stay alive. You keep your head on the swivel too, man, because the violence is already spiking, and it ain't even summer yet, man. We still early in the month, and the news is already disgusting. The stabbing, six people stabbed on a train. Like, just mad goofy shit, man. Just keep your head on the swivel, stay alive, enjoy the summer, and let's try to get to the winter. And then when we get to the winter, let's try to get to the summer again. Let's keep doing it. Peace, love, stay up. And this has been episode 22 of the Really Kick It podcast, man. 1.